Hello YouTubers! I have a project to show you. It's a simplified version of a banking user interface. I completed this interactive web page as part of my coursework in the coding diploma I'm currently doing. In this video, I will walk you through how it works. I will explain the structure of the class I used, its constructor function and methods, and how the modules connect. So my project contains a README file and 4 files containing the source code. Let's check out the README file first. Here it shows what each of the files are for. The bank app.js file contains the definition of the bank account class, which I'll explain soon. The index.js file is the main entry point of the program, where the application logic runs. The index.html file provides the structural markup for the user interface, and the bank app CSS file handles the layout and styling of the user interface. If you'd like to check out the code for the HTML and CSS, you can find my GitHub repo link in the description. So, next, let's have a quick look at the bank account class located inside the bank app.js file. ES6, also called ECMAScript 2015, introduced classes into JavaScript. Classes simplify code when you want to create a lot of different objects that all need the same properties and methods. It helps keep code dry, an acronym meaning don't repeat yourself. You can write a class and then create an instance of that class using the new keyword. Let's look at the class I used called the bank account class. It contains a mandatory constructor function to initialize and assign whichever properties the objects require. You need the constructor keyword. The properties then go inside the round brackets. Next, each of them is linked to the class using the this keyword. So I have the properties account holder, account number, and balance. Classes can also contain methods inside the class body separate to the constructor function. I have selected the deposit and withdraw methods. The user interface includes buttons for both depositing money and withdrawing money. It also contains a button to check a user's balance, but to do this, I did not require a method. I just needed to access the balance property and display the value in the balance field in response to the button click. I mentioned creating instances of a class using the new keyword. So let's check out the instances I have created in my index.js file. So you'll see that the bank app currently has 3 users, Joe Bloggs, Jane Smith, and Jesse James. They all have unique values for the properties of account holder, account number, and balance. Currently, my live demo displays the data relevant to Joe Bloggs' account. I utilize the method of the document object called getElementById, and also the object's property called textContent to display the user's name and account number. I attach an event listener to the check balance button, so the balance field displays Joe Bloggs' balance when he clicks the button. The deposit method of the bank account class is called at the click of the deposit button, as is the withdraw method at the click of the withdraw method button. Some error handling is included to ensure the withdraw method only runs if the amount does not exceed the balance. Now, I'd like to briefly explain JavaScript modules. Notice how this index.js file includes an import statement using the import keyword. This is one of the 3 steps to using modules in your JavaScript. ES6 introduced modules into JavaScript the same time as classes, back in 2015, in order to allow developers to achieve cleaner, more organized code. Let's return to my bank app.js file. Instead of keeping the bank account class in my index.js file, I put this code into a separate file, namely the bank.js file, thereby keeping my program's main source code hub easier to read and maintain. Step 2 in modular JavaScript is using the export keyword. Here I export the bank account class so it can be accessed by my index.js file. Now, there is one final step in modular JavaScript, and that is to include the type module attribute in the script element located in the index.html file. And of course, we can't forget to include a demo of the actual web page. Imagine I'm Joe Blogs and I want to check my balance. I hit the check balance button. Now my account balance is shown as £20. The console says user's balance is displayed in the web page. Next, I enter a deposit amount and click the deposit button. I'm given a message that says I've deposited £5, so my balance has been updated to £25. The console says user has made a deposit. Next, I make a withdrawal. And I'm told I withdrew £10. My balance has been updated to 15. The console says user has made a withdrawal. If I decide to attempt a withdrawal that exceeds my balance and click withdraw, I'm alerted to the fact that I have insufficient funds. And the user is informed the transaction failed for this reason. The console has also been updated to say user informed that withdrawal failed due to insufficient funds. So there you have it, a simple yet interactive banking user interface demonstrating how JavaScript can take your HTML and CSS to the next level. Thanks for watching.